And now for something completely different. I haven't made a video like this before, but what we're looking at here is photos from Japan. My family and I spent a big chunk of our school holidays traveling around Japan. How is this possible? Basically, TPT. This is what having a TPT store can do for you. Quite simple. You can earn money and then spend it how you wish to do things that maybe you might normally be able to do on your normal salary. I can say honestly, we're upper middle class in Australia. Between my wife working and myself, we would actually obviously can save up and go on holidays like this quite within our capability financially on the decisions that we've made with us and our 3 kids. But TPT made it faster. TPT made it earlier. So what this video is about is TPT worth it? Is the time and effort that I put in worth it? And I can categorically say, yes, it is definitely worth it, the time and effort in there. And there's a few provisos of that. If people have been watching my reports on what I've earned, it's fairly consistent what I do generate. So back in January 2023, I decided to go into TPT. The reason for that back then was 13 interest rate rises on our mortgage as our government tried to fight inflation that came out of COVID. And a lot of it was the fault of the Liberal government, but we won't go into that. And I went all in. And if you look at my previous reports, I've now got over 1,000 products in my store. I get fairly consistent regular sales. I'm not in the top 1%. Sit at about the 96th percentile, 97th percentile on average. But I get a good consistent income. Now, I've put a lot of time and effort into making my products. In saying that, I do love my product design. What I dislike the most pretty much really is all the TPT stuff. Creating things like the covers, the description, everything. That takes me a long time. Developing really good products, I've got a lot and I can design them fairly quickly. Now, I put in hours and hours to actually set my store up. But the reality is, I do make money in my sleep. And the reason for that is, most of my customers are in the US, I'm in Australia, I will wake up in the morning and I've got lots and lots of sales. But it's not a passive income. It's an income that basically I put the effort in, I do my design, do my product, I do my little bit of marketing, things like Pinterest and things like that, and I reap the benefits of that. And over time I've had to change and adapt to what I do. So in terms of the amount of time and effort we put in there, if I look at it simply as an hourly rate, it's probably not very good. So I've got products on there that have never been sold because I try and cover every topic. They essentially are topics that people rarely do. I've got others that I've sold lots of because they're very popular. Things like World War II, Nazi Germany, Australian civil rights, particularly US history or World War II. They all sell really well, getting in there. But as a result, by adjusting and making these products, I get those consistent sales and money goes into the bank. So over the last couple of years, if you look at the total up, we've made in excess of $20,000 Australian. And this pays for the sort of holiday you see here. The ability to travel around without any stress about money, and funny enough, while we're there, I'm getting sales every day. So I will look at my phone and I'll get 3 or 4 sales or 10 sales per day, and that sort of just boosts our income so we're not as poor. Or we can do extra things while we're on holiday, or we can then spend that money and put it back in the bank when we return. So it's an ongoing income. So should you start a TPT store? 100% yes, you should. Will you be immediately successful and be able to go on world holidays? No, I can't guarantee that. There's certainly some people in particular niches that do very well from the beginning. There's people who do very well at the start of the school year. They bank all the money then. You just got to use it wisely. But what TPT requires you to do is put time and effort into it. And everything in life, if you do consistent effort over a long period of time, repeat that skill, you'll get the benefit from that. And the benefit from us, our family, is be able to go on holidays. Now that we're back from holiday, my TPT income is going back on the mortgage. So it's going to reduce our income, hopefully increase our standard of living. And now hopefully next week, because we're in February, Australia, we'll get our first interest rate cut in Australia. It's amazing. In terms of going to Japan, I can highly recommend it. It's absolutely an amazing place, super friendly, amazing attractions. We see different images here. We basically went to Osaka, they went to Hiroshima, the Peace Museum, Miyajima, the Holy Island, to the cable cars to the top, went down to Kyoto to look at being a history buff, look at the Yamato Museum down there, by the battleship Yamato. I spent a week in Kyoto looking at all the amazing temples and shrines. before heading up to Kanazawa, which is like the Golden U. I didn't put the photos in there because it's my kids and I don't want to get too many of them, where they put gold on their food and you can get gold ice creams. Then over to Nagano, looked at the snow monkeys and see lots of snow. My kids have seen snow before because we've got it on trips. But like I said, playing in the snow again, throwing snowballs, having lots and lots of fun. Historic villages, down to Kamakura, the nice temples, seaside town down there before heading into Tokyo. So basically, it is an amazing time. And then spending 2 days at Disneyland. A full day at Disneyland and one full day at Disney Sea. Shibuya Crossing, as we see there, or my kids say Shibuya. Getting our thing, and then lots of shopping with my kids for all their pocket money they brought back. There's the cat there. Definitely get into TPT, enjoy the journey, be consistent. It's an overnight success, but in the long term, it can benefit your family, and therefore, that's all that matters. Take the time, enjoy. Got any questions about doing TPT? Send the message through, and I'll see if I can help. And what I'm going to do is hopefully launch a new service soon to help people with their product creation, both within the classroom and for teacher sellers. So I'm going to leave it there and let the video play out for the last few images, and we finish with Mount Fuji from the airplane as we're flying home. Thanks for listening. I'll hear from you soon.